What are you doing down there, mate? Shit. You were trying to chase off the horses, right? Oh well.
For why do we set out on these adventures, if not for some grand destiny? Or is it the small things that truly matter?
Oh yeah, Lord of the Rings 10mm 2. Hero time.
What have we got here? We've got 3 Gandalfs, of course. And following that, we've got 3 Boromirs, obviously. And we've got John Silverton. What would a Lord of the Rings anything be without John Silverton? And we're going to start with these 2 unnamed heroes of Minas Tirith on a bit of an old, ruin or whatever. And we're going to start by dry brushing Mechanicus Standard Grey on all of the stonework. And we're going to have a bloody good time doing it, is what we're going to do. And we're going to use some silver plate, or platter silver, as it says on it, and some Lothern blue for the flag. I do enjoy a little bit of flagging, which is what I'm doing right now whilst doing this video. I'm very tired. It's been a tiring time. And now we're just putting a bit of brown on all of the bits that we just know have to be brown. And there's something very important about painting things brown, but I'm not going to mention it here because we all know why that is. And we're going to use Cadian flesh tone now I'm going to surprise you here for the flesh tone. And this is Retributor armor. It's a sort of brassy gold, and we're going to use this sort of brassy gold to paint all of the bits that I reckon should be sort of brassy gold. The white tree of Gondor here will have a makeover, and it will be a sort of brassy gold because I said so. It's my video. And here we go. We're going to do this on the flag as well for the other white tree, which is a bit more fancy than the other white tree that's on the shield. We're going to use this lovely black to paint all of the other bits on the shield that should be black. Dry brushing more grey. I'm going to do some leopard spotting now, and that's when we take an orange, a green and a brown. Washes are quite good for this, to be honest, and it just sort of creates a general weathered look. Maybe a little bit of a ridiculous amount of detail to put into 10mm, but I want to do it because I like it. Now I'm going to use some dark vehicle wash, and this just brings the effect together. And we're going to treat ourselves now to a bit of Agrax Earthshade over all of the browns, and this sinks into the recesses, making them dark. Nothing says party time like a Shabty Bone, Corax White and Mechanicus Standard Grey, so we're going to mix them together to finalise the stonework with a bit of dry brushing. Look at that. Delicious. And now we're going to do a little bit of extra weathering and glue that to its base in your face. Lighter flesh tone, highlight the faces, painting all the muddy bits brown. Now I particularly enjoy painting flags, so this is the part of the video where I do just that. I'm painting this particular flag blue, and I've started with the Lothern blue, and I'm moving up to a much lighter blue in the highlights, and I'm just mixing Lothern blue with more and more white, and I'm using a mixture of contrast paints as well to bring down the shadow and the recesses. To be honest, in comparison to painting the rest of the army, this has been a very zen process. I'm going to use Agrax Earthshade now to weather the bottom of the masonry towards the ground, so it looks a bit more realistic. This is Sterling Mud. It's it's basically paint with loads of bits in it, and then you get an old brush and you put it on all the bits that you want to be muddy. And then after that you get your dry brush and you get some of the normal brown and you dry brush it over the top. Lovely jubbly. Right, this bit here, I want some water coming out of that. Get some white first. Bit weird. Why are you doing that, mate? What? Right, hold on there, mate. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, yeah. So this contrast, going to use a bit of Athematic blue first, yeah. Look at that. Lovely jubbly. Looking a bit maybe watery. And then we're going to use a bit of Acathelian green, which is actually more kind of a blue, really. I also mixed it with a bit of that Pilar Glacier, yeah. Lovely jubbly, right. And then we're going to get some UV resin yeah, and we're experimenting here because we're having fun, yeah, because we've got a lot more time to have fun, just muck around with stuff, yeah. Bit pointless, but kind of cool. So anyway, on to Gandalf's. Been looking forward to this for a very long time. We get some grey first, Mechanicus. We'll give it an all-over dry brush of that. We're going to be working up from here towards the white. You'll see, it'll all make sense. So yeah, we've got a bit of that ruin as well. Lovely jubbly, being a bit efficient maybe, not really, but you know. Then a bit of white. Again, getting close to Gandalf the white there. Yes. We started with Gandalf the grey, now we're going up to white. Do you know what I mean? It's thematic, yeah? It all makes sense in the end, probably. And yeah, and we're gonna do that until we have that, yeah, or I have that. I don't know why I keep saying we. Now we're gonna use brown for the brown bits. Makes sense. Silver for the sword. Lovely bit of silver. Plata silver again. I think it's Spanish. It's Vallejo, so Spanish stuff. Nice place. Yeah, there we go. Silver on the swords. Great. Getting somewhere. Faces. Cadian flesh tone on the faces first. Yeah. Great in the hands as well. Little hands, tiny hands. Full of magic though. Full of wisdom. No matter how small. Picking out all of the brown bits here, like belts and stuff like that, shoes and that. It's quite a simple paint scheme, to be fair, so just chill out, yeah. Bit of Agrax on all of the brown bits, and dark vehicle wash for all of the silvers. And to be fair, I used it on a lot of this because it just works over the board. Gandalf's looking pretty cool. Lovely music. I like this music. Yeah, so I wasn't quite content with just dry brushing. You could leave it there for efficiency purposes if you had loads to paint, but I've got a bit of time on my hands here. I don't really have any time at all, but it felt like it, so I was having fun. So now he's popping a bit more, especially his wavy cloak. And to be honest, it was just really satisfying. It's a lovely sculpt, so it was really fun. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying watching it, to be fair. Yeah, I think I am actually, actually enjoying myself. So that's good. God, yeah, I really like that melody line. It's good, isn't it? Found it on Epidemic Sounds. So I'm not sponsored by them. I just where I found it. It's just, you know, the truth. Yeah, it's just me painting more white, to be fair. You know, there's only so much of that you can sort of say again and again and again for the purposes of a video. Oh, yeah, great. Okay, so that's done. That's done, thankfully. Whew. Yep, a little bit more weathering because I just can't get enough of that weathering goodness. Same as before, a little bit of leopard spotting across the board, works every time. So just to be clear, it's greens and browns and oranges that make that work. And then vehicle wash over the top. So now we're highlighting the faces again, and a bit more dry brushing. This sort of stage you go back and forward with this stuff, and Sterling Mud, because that was working really nicely, and it helps to kind of fuse a few of those hard lines, although you can still see some of them, but we'll cover that later. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what's this? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's a shank engine from something me and Harry have been doing called Thomas and the Shank Engines. Harry's my stepson, by the way, and he likes monsters, so yeah, that's that. Good. So we got that out of the way. Don't get distracted. It's important to stick to the process and don't get distracted when you're doing this stuff. Right, we're dry brushing some brown on the cloak. It just makes it look a bit dirty, you know, like he's been dragging it in the mud. What is that? Oh, what that is. Sorry, I'm getting a call from another parallel dimension again. I'll just have to... Aragorn, can you sort that out, mate? What do you mean? Oh, Christ. All right, sorry, I'm gonna have to go. We'll get back to this, I promise. Just gonna have to... Just can't even just... Before either, but hold on a minute. I'm gonna shove that up your... Seriously, guys? Come on. I was on the way. Is he alright, is he? Is he dead, is he?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. It's dusty woods. Yeah, guys, I'm going to bounce, to be fair. It's quite sad, and I don't really deal with like emotions very well, so I have left a canoe down there, though. You could probably chuck them in that and do a kind of like funeral thing, like a Viking type thing. Oh, you don't know Vikings? That's my dimension. Okay, anyway, bye.
And now we're going to be painting the best character in Lord of the Rings, and that, of course, is Boromir. And here's the 28mm version, just to kind of get an idea of colours I might use. Although this is Boromir in his full Minas Tirith armour, and I've gone for a very weird blue, which is quite different from Peter Jackson's version, colour-wise, because it's a dark blue in the film. But I do want to incorporate a little bit of red later on the cloth. I don't know why I'm talking about that right now, because I'm clearly painting a flag. But I talked about this earlier, and you know how I feel about it. And here on the flag, we're just building up some nice highlights. I'm not going to go too crazy on this. It's 10mm, but I'm going to go, probably a little bit overboard for the fact that it is, 10mm. Somewhere between acceptable and completely overboard. Now moving on to the silver parts, and then my camera ran out, and now it's the next day, and this is what I've done in that time, or I did in that time, because it's the future now, or it's my present, and in the future you're watching this because it's an edit, and that's how time works, sort of. Not really though. I mean, it's quite complicated actually, but also strangely simple. So yeah, I'm glad we've got that out of the way now. We can move on. Well, yeah, in fact, we will have moved on by the time you've seen this. Essentially, yeah, I'm painting things silver, and a bit of brown in the shield, brown on the hair. I'm painting all the brown bits again, so there's a horn here. We're going to paint the flagpole brown. Just a bit of an update there on the situation with the brown. I mean, you can see it. You're seeing what I'm seeing. Do you know what I mean? It's weird doing this. I'm just, we're all seeing it, and I've got to say it. Mephiston red, and these are the little bits of red. It's sort of red and orange on the 28mm version for Middle-earth strategy battle game simulator 3000. And here's Retributor armor, and that's the gold again. We talked about this earlier, haven't we? But just a bit of gold rim around the shield, gold bits on the sword, gold bits basically. And now we're gonna, I think, shall we? Yeah, go on. Cadian flesh tone. We're gonna do the flesh tones again. I keep saying flesh tones. We're just doing the skin, but it just sounds weird saying we're doing the skin. Do you know what I mean? Dark vehicle wash, and we're gonna use that all over this thing, other than the flag, because it's a nice, quick and easy way of getting. Look at that, all the contrast. Nice, pretty much. Yeah. Does that mean what I think it means? Yes. Back to Stirland mud. Same as before, we used a hairdryer to speed it up, so I was getting a bit, bored. This is all the fine flock that I had left from doing the rest of the army, and I've run out of money, so I can't get any more. No nonsense PVA. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I agree with it. Yeah, that is what it is. I like that. I like that about that. Yeah, so we're just sprinkling this on top of some watered down PVA, and then dripping some Mod Podge and PVA sealant over the top. This is what we've got left of tufts. All right, tweezers. Yeah, loads of comments about tweezers because I was using my hands before. One idiot, one absolute savage. Tweezers are great for these tiny little tufts. I would say they're pretty much essential. I was using my hands and a bit of an old stick before. What a barbarian. Yeah.
All right, mate. Here we are again in the vortex, basically. And I've just started Patreon recently, and turns out it's quite tough to make videos and have a full-time job and a part-time job all at the same time. So if you'd like to help a struggling wizard get videos out quicker, and I've also started channel members, so you can join right here on YouTube, or you can send me a super chat whatever that is. If you don't fancy a bit of Patreon, that's fine. You can like and subscribe, and I really appreciate it. Just you clicking and watching the video is amazing. My last video I wasn't prepared for, to be honest. Even with the power of arcane foresight, I could never have foreseen what is of time of recording 80k views. For a little channel like me, that's huge, so thank you. I quite like it here though, it's just quite nice, quite intimate. Sorry for getting so close to you, to your face, you know, or not, or do I care? I do care a bit, I'm not gonna, yeah. Should we? Yeah, come on, let's go. Indeed, it is the small things that matter. It is what drives us, compels us, puts the wind in our sails. It is not reaching for some ambitious goal, but the small things that steel our hearts and strengthen our resolve.
I'm going to level with you, yeah? I really enjoyed painting these 10mm heroes. A lot more than I did painting the rest of the army, which, to be honest, was a complete nightmare-inducing hellscape. And it's incredibly satisfying to be able to add these to the rest of the army. And if you'd like to get these STLs and print them for yourselves, you can buy them at Wake's Emporium. There's a link in my description. So I've heard there's a couple of different ways you can play the game. There's War Master, there's PK, and I think Chris from Wake's Emporium has put some army lists up on his website, and I'll put all these links again in my description. If you'd like to see me lose my mind completely in every way painting the rest of the army, then you can click here.